My name is Taylor Naraki, and the most interesting thing about me are probably my mad dance moves. No? No? Okay. All jokes aside, this question was very difficult for me to answer. I don't spend a lot of time trying to think of the most interesting thing about me, but for the purposes of this application, I did. And I've realized that the most interesting thing about me changes a lot depending on where I am. That is, my perceptions of what is interesting and the perceptions of others. I grew up in a suburb of Houston, Texas, where my passion for social justice, my vegetarianism, the way that I dressed, these were all very defining factors for me. They were the things that made me interesting. And so when I came here to the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, I found people that share my passions and interests and modes of expression. There was a lot more overlap, and so those things became a lot less interesting about me. And that's okay. I think it's a good thing. I don't want to be caught up in an idea of what makes me interesting. So it's kind of cool that it changes. But for the purposes of this application, it made things difficult. And so I reached out to some of the people that are most dear in my life, family members, friends from high school, friends here, and asked them, what do you think is the most interesting thing about me? And I was surprised and very excited to see a lot of overlap in their answers. And all of these had to do, on some level, with my passion and my compassion. And so my friend Emma sent me a text message that I think kind of sums it all up very well. And it says, "You care passionately about things. You just put your whole self into things that you see as valuable, especially people." And I think that's accurate. When I care about things, I get excited about things. When I care about things, I do everything I can to make them the best that they can be, or to be there for them in whatever way possible. Or, I mean, I put my whole self into movements I believe in, into organizations that I work with, into people that I consider friends. I will do everything I can to strengthen those things. And that's why Young People 4 really, really, really excites me, because it offers an opportunity for students to take those things that they're passionate about, and give them to the world. And if I were to be accepted for this fellowship, I'm thinking that I would be doing an urban agriculture initiative as my blueprint, because I've seen a lot of different scattered elements of urban agriculture. There are a lot of plots, there are a lot of small organizations, but there is a huge lack, from my research, of kind of overarching initiatives in urban areas. And I think that's what makes change, are groups of people coming together to big initiatives. And urban agriculture impacts so many different levels of movements and causes and elements of social change that are positive. I mean, public health, the economy, the local economy, people's individual economies, the environment, just amongst a few things. And it excites me. It gets me excited. I want to work on it. I want to put my whole self into this idea, because I think that it can have really, truly wonderful results. And I would love the opportunity to work with Young People 4 to make that a reality. I would love the support, the guidance, and I think with that, great things can happen. And I would be really honored to receive that support and guidance in order to make this a reality. Because I can promise you that if I get this fellowship, my whole self is going into it. And that would be incredible. Thank you for your time and consideration.